Hello and welcome to our noon rite. Today is Monday, our special day to request miracles. So if you have something that you wish to bring in, this is a good time to do it. I hope you're all doing well and that this new week is bringing you many new things. So let us go ahead and begin. Divine Isis, goddess of 10,000 names, I invoke your grace. Come to our temple, O goddess, dwell in our shrine, make our hearths your altars, our hearts your home. Bring vision and healing to those who use this shrine. Give us wisdom and unveil the truth, and with thy feathery wings protect us. Breathe into us the breath of life and health and strength. It is noon. Let us celebrate the moon. Let us celebrate the stars, no matter where they are. It is noon. Let us celebrate the sun that shines on everyone. Let us celebrate our day as we go upon our way. It is noon. It is noon. It is noon. All right, and now it is time for our daily reflection, when each of us comes up with 3 words symbolizing the day. It can be something to bring in, something you've observed, something you've dreamed, really anything at all. So my 3 words for the day are happy, hopeful efforts. Happy, hopeful efforts. Happy, hopeful efforts. Happy, hopeful efforts. And you can look in your mirror, or look in your eyes, or look in your phone screen and say your 3 words as well. All right, let's go ahead and honor the directions, beginning in the east. Let us honor the east, element of air with the winds ever blowing. And we honor the south, element of fire with the flames ever glowing. And we honor the west, element of water with the rivers ever flowing. And we honor the north, element of earth with the seeds ever growing. And we honor the spirits above and below with the wisdom ever knowing. And we honor our bodies both without and within with the love forever showing. For we come into this world with all these gifts and more, our very own special essence. Let us thank the goddess for that which she bestows. Let us go forth, refreshed and renewed, with dedication to preserve and protect all life, for we are all children of Isis, the great mother goddess. And today being Monday, it is our day to request miracles. And one of the ongoing miracles I think we're all asking for is peace on earth and the ends to wars and actions and distressful situations all over the world. So we ask for the miracle of divine energy to mitigate all of these situations, to smooth them and soothe them, and let everyone benefit by the advent of peace. So may this be so, and may that peacefulness also pervade our own lives and come into our own hearts and make it easier to follow that peaceful path. And may those that believe otherwise and think that only violence is the answer, may they expand their horizons to see that there are other ways of achieving that which they believe that they need, that does not believe, that does not require the oppression and injury of others. So may it be so. All right. Okay. Well, as you know, we've been reading through the back pages of our 42 Ideals of Ma'at, and today is the last page of that, which is some practices of the Temple of Isis. So, here we go. And these are from Lady Lorian's writings. The Temple of Isis believes in moderation in all things. Those that overdo anything may be off balance, and the achievement of balance is to be practiced. Often meditation methods are helpful in this regard. We believe that humans should try to find out who they are. And this is one of those simple statements which Lady Lorian made many of, that are incredibly intense and profound. Find out who you are. It is something that we sometimes skip. We focus on everything else, but what is true and truly you? This is important to know. The concept of know thyself, know thy heart, know thy soul, and know thy purpose, as was written on the temple walls in ancient Egypt, is most important. To focus on these precepts, sit quietly and comfortably before an altar of your choice. Have something to represent the elements, air, fire, water, earth, perhaps spirit, on the altar. A statue of the goddess Isis or any other deity one wishes to observe adds much power and focus. Begin by simply being aware of your breath. As you breathe in and out, silently use these words. Breathe in on inner sanctum, and breathe out infinite space. In this way, you will surely meet the goddess if that is your intention. We call this the breath of Isis. And often we'll do it for 7 times, but really any number is sufficient. The idea is that you're drawing in that divine energy into the shrine that is in your heart and body. And then, after a moment, you are expanding it out into the farthest reaches of the universe. So you come into your innermost sanctum and you exhale out into the farthest reaches of the universe. The temple practices high magic using rituals of ancient Egypt. These are taught in our Sunday afternoon gatherings and have amazing powers of manifestations. We also use a greeting by holding our hands out to another, feeling their aura and saying the words Baraka, and then bowing slightly and crossing hands over the body while gazing into the eyes of the other person. I was told, Lady Lorian writes, that the meaning of these words is may your soul speak with your spirit. Netta yoga is another practice we adhere to. One needs to understand the properties of the various netters, or goddesses and gods of Egypt, and take the stance that seems to incorporate their attributes. These can be done in water also, and are helpful in keeping the body subtle, or rather supple. It says subtle, which is appropriate, but I think supple was what was meant. We do not subscribe to any particular form of eating except to wish to advance the concept of organic food and not eating more than your fair share. That is one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at. I take only my fair share. So may we all be fair in that respect. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this very brief introduction to some of the practices that many of us do quite regularly. And of course we do the daily rites as well, of which the noon rite is just one. It's 4 quarters of the day, so we have dawn, noon, evening or dusk, and then midnight. So you'll find that it's quite natural to incorporate all these, and you don't have to do them in a strict 6-hour segmentation. You can just do them as you go through your day. So when you wake up, you do one. When you go, when it's kind of your midday, you do the second one. When you're, kind of declining into evening and having the evening meal, the third one. And then just before going to bed, you can do the 4th one. So you still maintain those 4 rites, but they may not be exactly evenly delineated. And Jeff's words for today is food for thought. Food for thought, food for thought, food for thought. And it's always good to have forethought. And I'm enjoying this right now because I don't know if we can see them, but we keep getting shadows going across the window. And we have two big birds of prey up there. Oh, they've moved on. I think the thermal's shifted a little bit. But we have two big birds of prey up there. They're riding the thermals. I'm not sure if they're vultures or if they're some type of hawk, but it's just one more bit of the rich natural life that we enjoy here at Isis Oasis Sanctuary. You never know what you're going to see above. I still hope to have a condor land in the big great tree one of these days. Perhaps it shall. Supposedly there were condors one day over at Lake Sonoma, so that's getting pretty close to us. So I keep hoping that they'll stop by to say hello. They certainly would be very, very welcome. I remember during one convocation walking over this way from the retreat house, and over our meadow a thermal had developed, and there was literally 13 different birds riding that thermal. About, maybe 7 or 8 turkey vultures, a few hawks, a couple, I think a raven or two. It was really an amazing sight to see. And the thermal was kind of shifting, so they were also shifting. Oh, there they go again. I wish I could show them to you. But I think by the time I grab it, maybe... Okay, there they go. Can you see those? I hope you got to see them. Their wings are so illuminated by the sun. There you are. There they go. Hoping that they'll come back into this good space and show themselves off, but maybe that's too much to hope for. I'm a bit of a vulture fanatic, so some people have bad associations with vultures, but I just really, really like them, and I really like the turkey vultures and of course the California condors and the Andean condors. I had a wonderful encounter with an Andean condor at one zoo once, which I will always remember. And I originally saw the condors in the wild during my Renaissance Fair days, where they, some of the last wild ones were up in the Agoura Hills. And my first moment with encountering them was extremely memorable. It was amazing. So, we've got some more words coming in. Abby is asking for energy, 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 energy. And her miracle request is a cure for fibromyalgia, which would benefit so many people. I think there's finally some research and so on that is hopefully getting a better grasp with that particular illness. There are a lot of breakthroughs coming. All I can say is, try to hang in there, because I think things will get better. And in the meantime, do your prayers, do your magics, do your alternative therapies and so on. But I think there are some things that will come and make a shift for these debilitating and painful and difficult illnesses. It'd be nice if we can live our lives while living them fully. And then if we must stop, well, we must stop. But it's so sad to see long declines, or even not just declines, but just being in a bad state for an extended period. It's very frustrating, and no one should have to go through that. Now, Aurora is ringing in with rains go away. So obviously, Aurora, you're not right here. We're in another dry spell. So, but I hope that your weather becomes kinder to you, and that you are safe from floods and any other sort of damage or anything that may be coming from excessive rain. So God is blessed that may be so. May we all be in good balance. May everything that we need come to us, but not be in too great nor too short a quantity. May we get the right things that we need, so that we may lead our lives in a good and positive way without so much worry. because worry is debilitating, it's spiritually damaging, and yet when things are troublesome, worry is a very natural response. So may we not over worry, may we get to the point that we understand our situation, know what we have to do to compensate for it, and be able to do that, but hopefully without the enduring anxiety. And I realize this is what they call a console of perfection. I woke up this morning, smelled smoke in the air, and I'm afraid that, my anxiety over fire just, came back without me even thinking about it. It was just enough to smell it briefly, and it turned out to be nothing, but nonetheless, it was not the best way to start the day. And we all have our concerns. And certainly during the winter, our big concern was rain and wet. And that's when our ceiling caved in here, which we still have not repainted. We're still hoping to find a good way of doing that. And so, yes, managing and riding these elements can be very challenging. And I wish that all of us are able to do it in a positive way, and that we avoid damage and that we avoid other difficulties. All right. Does anyone else have additional words or requests for miracles? I'm doing this right today. I'm not sure if you can see anything behind me. You can see a little, but it's not so much. We have a Tibetan youth group here for the next 10 days. You can see that they've hung some prayer flags, and there'll be much else going on over the next week or so. So we're very happy to have them and have that Tibetan energy coming into our place and blending with what we do. So, all right. Well, if there's nothing else to attend to, we will go on to our close. Thank you all for being here. As always, we give great thanks to the remarkable Lady Lorianne Vignier for all that she established and that we strive to continue, maintain, hopefully expand. And to all of our teachers, among them Lady Olivia Robertson and so many others, we give our thanks and ask their blessings and help on our paths. And to the gracious Goddess Isis, all things are possible in those lovely hands. We all are. May her help be present.